Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris and this is Restoration Rescue. So last week we came in and we did a lot of work on the bed. So we have our tailgate in, we have lights in, we have everything set up here. This thing looks incredible. And we painted and got the fenders cleared. So they're ready to go on the truck. And that is the plan for today. So we have a lot of work to do. So first things we need to do is start moving things around. So we got to get the 2500 out of the way. We got to move this thing out, turn it around, move that thing back in. So I have a lot more room because up here in the front of the garage, I have my desk, so I don't have a lot of that room. I don't want to scratch things up. Even though the truck does have some bumps and bruises and scratches in it that go down to the clear and somewhat into the metal, I'm not too worried about it. You know what? This thing was built to be a truck. So it's not a perfect showpiece. But talking about shows, we do have a show coming up in August. So in August 16th, we have a show at my local dealership where we're going to try and bring it out. We have a lot of things to do before that happens, though. And we still have a lot of things to do before C10 Nationals. So we're running out of a list, but we still have work to do. So let's go ahead, start moving cars around, and get this thing out and turned around and backed in so we can start putting in some fenders. Everything's turned around and ready to go. Now it's time to start bolting on these fenders. Now we have the hardware here where it's a regular Phillips head, which will go inside, and then the rest of the hardware behind it. So what we need to do is kind of lift that thing, the fender up and put it on. Now this is going to be a little bit of a pain alone, because again, I'm limited on friends, not a big deal. But we are going to get this thing up and over. So we just have to find a good spot, get all the holes lined up, and start bolting it in. So we are going to do the easy side first because I don't have any of the gas stuff on that side. It's all on that side. So let's go ahead and start getting this done. So this is absolutely incredible. We have the fenders on both sides. They fit perfectly. It's so cool to have them there with tires and this whole bed together. Now, there is some things we need to do coming up. We need to put on our steps, which is what we're going to do right now. Now, I am going to try and see if I can move the truck back a little bit further, pull it out, and just get it closer this way. Maybe. The first side's easy. Then I can always just pull it in and flip it around and pull all all the way up. Then I don't have to worry about it. So that might be the game plan. Do a step, flip the truck around, and bring it back. Now, I just filled up the gas tank a little bit to test it out. It didn't leak. That's awesome. So we are moving in the right direction of having this string truck ready for August 16th. Now, the show is going to be at 4502 West Broad in Richmond, Virginia. If you are local, feel free to come down and check it out. I am going to try and be there with this. It'll be a huge accomplishment to get it there. Now, again, this truck is not perfect, so if you see it and you're like looking for perfection, look elsewhere. This thing ain't perfect. It runs, it drives, it does what I want it to do. Everything is here that it needs to do and have fun. So what we're going to do now is we are going to start working on this step side, getting that in, and then that whole side of the truck, at least outside, is pretty much done. Then we have the other side, that's pretty much done, and then we just have odds and ends. Obviously, we're still waiting on rims. Those are supposed to come in September, which is cutting it tight for C10 Nationals. But, I mean, it still looks pretty cool this way. But we have a lot of work to do, so let's go ahead, hop right in, and do some steps. All right, she sounds great. We went on a little bit of a drive. No overheating now, so that's a good news. Got a lot of air pockets out of it. Yeah, dripped off a little bit. That's okay. Nothing worried about. Nothing to worry about. But it's been a very long day here putting on the fenders and the side steps. It may not look like we did a lot, but a lot has been done in today's video. The steps, they're a pain. The fenders, they were a pain. Definitely, most likely, two people jobs, but I'm just me. But that is going to be a wrap for this week's video. First things first, let's hear this thing roar, and we're going to pull this thing inside. So she's all tucked for the night. That thing sounds amazing every time I start it. This thing looks amazing. I love the way it looks. Can't wait to put the bumpers on next week and get some of the interior panels put together. So the interior is mostly together. We have some wiring. We have the heater core to take care of, some other panels to take care of that go inside. Also had to build an e-brake. This truck is really coming along. We only have a few more weeks to go, I believe, until this truck is done, and then we're on to our next project. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what comes next. This is going to be amazing. I can't wait to take it to C10 Nationals. I can't wait to have it at the show, at work, at the dealership. That's going to be a lot of fun. Especially since it's a Chevy dealership. So there's going to be a lot of trucks there. I can't wait to see it driving down the road and finally making progress. This thing is an absolutely immaculate truck from where it came. So when we got it, it was nothing but a rust bucket, and now it's got no rust. So that's really a big accomplishment. But we'll see you guys next week when we continue working on the truck. Hopefully we'll get a lot more done. It didn't seem like a lot, but it took a long time. And as you can see, I'm kind of a mess. So we'll see you guys next Saturday when we continue working on the truck.